for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Breaking news, Yanks Nation. The front office just made a move that's sending shockwaves through the clubhouse. With the playoff race this tight, a drastic decision just came down, and you need to know the details right now. To never miss urgent updates like this, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. The full story is next. What's up, Yanks Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Sometimes the toughest goodbyes aren't spoken at press conferences or in emotional letters. They're typed in a single word and blasted across social media. Baseball isn't just about numbers on a stat sheet. It's about egos, pride, expectations, and the brutal reality of when things don't go as planned. But first, if you love staying on top of all things New York Yankees, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single breakdown. Fans often think that money guarantees performance, but time and time again we're reminded that millions don't always buy success. And when a departure feels more like a shrug than a farewell, it leaves everyone wondering if the bond was ever real to begin with. With playoff hopes hanging in the balance, the Yanks made a decision that sent ripples across the league. Marcus Stroman was released on Friday. With just 2 months left on his 2-year, $37 million deal, New York decided to cut ties, swallowing the final $6 million owed. On paper, it looked like a bold move for a team fighting for October, but beneath the surface, it revealed something deeper. A complete lack of faith that Stroman could turn things around when it mattered most. We, the fans, felt the sting immediately. Stroman wasn't brought to New York to be flashy. He was supposed to be steady, a reliable number 3 starter, the same role he excelled in during his time with the Cubs. Instead, consistency never showed up in pinstripes. In 39 starts, his 4.69 ERA told a story of frustration, with moments of brilliance overshadowed by too many letdowns. For the Yanks Nation, who live and breathe by the promise of pitching depth, it felt like a gamble that never paid off. And now the franchise is picking up the pieces and footing the bill, literally. The release itself would have been news enough, a clear signal from GM Brian Cashman that the patience had run out and the time for waiting for things to click was over. The playoff hunt is a marathon, but this time of year every game is a sprint, and the Bronx Bombers can't afford to carry a question mark in the rotation every 5th day. The move sends a message not just to the clubhouse, but to the entire league. The standard in the Bronx is winning, and anything less than that won't be tolerated, no matter the paycheck. But maybe the biggest headline didn't come from the Yankees press release. It came from Stroman himself. As the Yankees battled the Marlins in a wild 13-inning 2-2 loss, Stroman posted an Instagram story from inside a private jet. One word: goodbye. No thank you, no reflection, just a quick sign-off in digital ink. In today's world, where every message is dissected, that single word rang louder than any press conference ever could have. It was cold, final, and unforgettable. For us, the bleacher creatures and the rest of Yanks Nation, that felt like a slap in the face. While his former teammates were grinding it out on the field, fighting for every inch in an extra inning battle, he was already moving on in a way that felt completely disconnected from the passion and grit that defines New York baseball. The optics are terrible, and it solidifies the feeling that he never truly understood what it means to wear the pinstripes. It's not just about playing in Yankee Stadium. It's about carrying the weight of history and the expectation of an entire city. That goodbye wasn't just a farewell. It was a confession that he never really belonged. Now the Yankees have to fill that gap. The door is open for a young arm from Scranton Wilkes Barre to prove his worth, or for the bullpen to be reconfigured to handle the load. It's a risk, no doubt, but it's a calculated one. The team is betting that the absence of Stroman's inconsistency will in itself be an improvement. They've chosen the certainty of an unknown over the certainty of mediocrity. It's a decision that will define the final stretch of this season. The evil empire has once again shown it is ruthless in its pursuit of glory, even if it means admitting a costly mistake and moving on decisively. The Marcus Stroman era in New York ended abruptly and disappointingly, marked more by his cold exit than by any memorable on-field performance. The front office made a high-risk, high-cost bet to strengthen the rotation, but the pitchers' inconsistency forced them to cut their losses at a critical point in the season. The message is clear. The pursuit of a championship is above any individual contract. Now I ask you, Yanks Nation, was cutting Stroman now the right move for the stretch run, or should the team have waited to see if he could find his form? And what does that one word goodbye tell you about his time in the Bronx? Drop your opinions in the comments below. For more breaking news and no-nonsense analysis like this, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. You don't want to miss what comes next.